Hey, I just wanted to take a minute and do an update on the Sena Prism Tube. I've had this thing for 3 months now, and I've survived an accident with it, and I just wanted to kind of do an update on this camera. Now, if you look closely, let me see if I can zoom in on this. If you look closely, you've seen that it's taken a little bit of damage, but that's not from the actual accident. That's just from my garage being in here. But overall, it looks to be in pretty good shape. The lens is a little dirty right now. I need to wipe that off. But everything else is in pretty good shape, and I wanted to show you on my helmet. This is not the helmet I had the accident on. This is not the helmet I had the accident with, but I wanted to show you that there's a little bit of marking on here. You see some scrapes in here, but overall it's in pretty good shape. And when I had my accident, this part right here just came off and was held in place by the USB cable. And I have to say I was pretty impressed, and it recorded the whole time, and I'll put that in the video so you can watch it. But this clip, this holder, and this camera survived that accident pretty well. And the camera itself went face first into the dirt. So, and you can kind of tell there, I think you can kind of tell there that it's just a little dirty. I just need to take a little microfiber cloth on it and wipe it off, but it's in pretty good shape. The one thing that I have noticed is the slider is dirty. Right here, pulling it on and turning it off is a lot more difficult than it used to be. And I assume that's because some dirt slid up under right there. But this was mounted on my helmet when I had my accident, and I'm really surprised that it didn't get damaged at all. Now, I hit dirt, I didn't hit concrete or pavement or asphalt, so the results may be a little bit different had I hit something harder than just regular ground. But that's a testament to the durability of this thing. I was pretty impressed, and I hit pretty much direct on, and I'll have the video, unedited video of this. It's a little hard to watch just because it's hanging and twisting and stuff. And one of the problems I was having earlier was I had to convert the footage from this one to edit it in Premiere, but I upgraded my Premiere and installed the QuickTime files, and now I have no issues. I can load them right in and they work perfectly every time. So it's really streamlined my process overall. Now, the only thing that really did happen was when this piece here was yanked, the microphone part of it in there came unplugged, which is why the audio dropped right after, because this was still plugged in. So the camera itself thought that it was still using this microphone, but the cable inside had come apart and wasn't recording audio anymore. So I didn't have to do anything to this camera to install it onto my new helmet. You can see it's a little scratched up there, but the mount, and I'm not going to unscrew it because I finally got it in a spot where I like it. The mount itself is sturdy, a little bit of scrapes, nothing serious. I'm pretty impressed. You know, I'd be more impressed, I guess, if there was a different settings for this, but overall, really impressed. Very sturdy camera. I don't know if a GoPro or some of the other ones would have survived taking such a hit like this one did. But I also wanted to go talk about this camera here. I had this mounted on the frame slider, and it took a direct hit into the dirt. It was in this case. It wasn't on this mount, but it was in this case. And also right into the dirt. It's just a little bit dirty, fingerprint smudges from me putting it together, but you can't even tell that it had done anything. I had it on a mount that I had zip tied around the frame slider itself, and it really in all honesty, it did not do anything. Like there wasn't even any dirt, and it barely moved the camera off the bike itself, and I'll put that video in there too. So I'm pretty impressed with these cameras. They're relatively expensive. This one was $50. This one was $100, maybe a little bit more. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with the quality of these cameras. This one does 1080p 30 frames. This one also does 1080p 30 frames. Here's the Sena Prism Tube. You see where I hit the dirt and the camera breaks loose and it just kind of dangles. And you see the dirt on the frame there, and then this little black spot is where I was out for about 30 seconds just laying there, and then I get up and I crawl to the side of the road. But you can see that the camera is still attached and it's still working. The audio dropped out because the mic came unplugged inside the helmet. But other than that, it still, I mean, it still works. I've used it a couple times since. So I'm pretty impressed with it. It could take a hit like that and just keep on going. And it didn't even dismount the microphone or the speaker inside the helmet. So overall, I'm pretty impressed. Sena's made a really durable camera here. It took a very big hit. I ended up with a concussion here, as well as a severely bruised shoulder and a hematoma in my side, as well as some strain and bruising to my shin. So, man, I'm pretty impressed with Sena. It's a very durable camera. And here we have the DB Power EX5000, aka the Faux Pro. Very quick video. You can see, if you slow it down, you can see how it took the initial impact and then it moved again at a later point. And here's the cop picking the bike up, and it kind of shows you the relative position. It didn't move much, so overall pretty nice.